Hello, my friends. I'm Emma. Today, we are going to learn 50 common English phrases for conversation. These are useful, natural phrases that help you communicate better in everyday life. Don't worry, I will speak slowly. I will use clear examples so you can understand and follow easily. We will go step by step. Each phrase comes with a short explanation and a real-life example. My goal is to help you speak English more naturally in real conversations. Are you ready to learn? Let's begin. Okay, let's begin with greetings and asking, "How are you?" These are the first phrases you use when you meet people, so they are very important. Now, I will teach you natural greeting phrases. After each one, I will explain what it means and when to use it. Then, I will give you time to repeat the phrase. The first one is "What's up?" Okay, listen. This is super important. "What's up?" is probably the first thing American people will say to you. At first, many students feel really confused. They think, "What? What is UP, the sky, the ceiling?" But don't worry, it's actually really simple. Let me explain it this way. You see your friend at school, and you just want to say hi in a cool way. That's "What's up?" It's basically "Hello," but more fun and more friendly. Think of it like the American way to greet your friends. Many students ask me, "Okay, Emma, I understand what it means now, but when do I use it? Can you help me?" Sure, here's what you need to know. You can use this with your friends, your classmates, and people you talk to every day. People use it with their friends all the time. When they send messages to them, when they see them at the coffee shop, when they meet them after class. It's perfect for casual, everyday situations. But maybe you should not say this at a job interview or when you're meeting your girlfriend's parents for the first time. Why? Because "What's up?" is very casual and very relaxed. For important people or serious situations, you should use "How are you?" instead. Save "What's up?" for friends and people you know well. Okay, this is the most important part. Listen carefully. When someone says "What's up?", they're not really asking you a question. I know. It sounds like a question, right? But here's what actually happens. Imagine you meet your friend at school. Here is how the conversation goes. "What's up?" "Not much, you?" "Same." That's it. Super short, super easy. You don't need to tell them about your day, your problems, or your plans. Nope, just a quick, "Not much," and you're good. You can even just say "What's up?" back to them. Yes, that's totally okay and very common. Here's what you should not do. Don't say, "Well, today I woke up at 7 a.m., then I ate breakfast, then I went to school, then I studied math." No, that's way too much information. Remember, "What's up?" is just a friendly greeting, not a real question about your life. Let me show you how people really use this in everyday life. Example 1, you meet your friend at school and want to greet them in a casual way. "Hey, what's up, man?" "Not much, just chilling. You?" "Same here." Example 2. You're texting a friend you haven't talked to in a while and want to start the conversation. "Hey, what's up? Haven't heard from you in ages." I know. I've been super busy with work. Let's catch up soon. Example 3. You run into an old friend on the street and you're excited to see them. Oh, what's up? Long time no see. Yeah, I've been crazy busy. How about you? Same here. We need to catch up. Here's my challenge for you. Try using "what's up" with your English-speaking friends this week. Just once or twice. See how natural it feels. Pay attention to how they respond. You'll notice that most of them will give you short, simple answers like "not much" or "nothing much," or even just "what's up back?" And remember, short answers are totally fine. You don't need to explain your whole day. Before we move on, let's practice together. Now you repeat "what's up." Next one, how's it going? This is probably one of the first things you'll hear when you start talking to English speakers. And I understand if you're thinking, wait, what's it? What's going? Don't worry, it's actually really simple once you understand it. Let me break it down for you. Imagine you see your classmate in the hallway and you want to say hi in a friendly way. You just say, "Hey, how's it going?" That's it. The word "it" here doesn't mean anything specific. It's just talking about life. Everything, your day, your mood. Everything. Think of it like asking, "How are you?" but in a more relaxed, everyday way. This phrase is perfect for everyday conversations. You can use it with your friends, your classmates, people at work, or anyone you talk to often. People use "how's it going?" all the time. When they meet a neighbor in the morning, when they call their sister on the phone, when they see a friend at the coffee shop. Now here's something important. This phrase is a bit more flexible than "what's up?" You can actually use it in slightly more formal situations too. Not super formal like a job interview, but maybe when you're talking to your teacher outside of class, or when you meet your boss in the elevator. It's friendly, but still polite. Here's what you really need to know. When someone says, "How's it going?" most of the time they don't expect a long, detailed answer. It sounds like a real question, right? But here's what usually happens. Imagine your coworker walks by your desk. Here is how the conversation goes. "Hey, how's it going?" "Good, thanks. You?" "Great." That's it. Super short, super simple. You don't need to explain your whole day or tell them about all your problems. Just say good or fine or great, and then ask them back. Easy. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You meet your friend on the street and want to greet them. "Hey Sarah, how's it going?" "Not bad, thanks. How about you?" "Pretty good." Example 2. You're calling a family member you talk to often. "Hi, Mom. How's it going?" "I'm doing well, honey. How's it going with you?" Good. Just wanted to hear your voice. Example 3. You see a coworker in the office kitchen. "Morning. How's it going?" "Oh, you know, same as always. You?" "Yeah, just another Monday." Try using "how's it going?" this week when you see people you know. just once or twice. See how natural it feels. And remember, short answers are perfect. You can just say, "Good, you?" and you're doing great. Now you repeat, "How's it going?" Here's the next one. What's new? This one is interesting because it's a bit different from "What's up?" or "How's it going?" Let me explain why. When someone asks what's new, they're not just saying hi. They actually want to know if something has changed in your life since the last time you talked. Maybe you got a new job. Maybe you moved to a new apartment. Maybe you started a new hobby. That's what new means here. Think about it this way. You have a friend you haven't seen for a few weeks. When you finally meet them, you ask, "What's new?" because you want to hear about the interesting things that happened while you were apart. One student asks me, "Okay, Emma, when should I use 'what's new' instead of other greetings?" Good question. Here's what you need to know. You use "what's new" when you already know the person and you haven't seen them for a little while. Maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe even longer. People use this with friends they don't see every day. When they meet a college friend after a few weeks, when they video call a cousin who lives in another city, when they see an old coworker at the grocery store. But here's the thing. Don't use "what's new" with someone you just saw yesterday. That would be strange because nothing could be new in just one day, right? And don't use it with strangers you're meeting for the first time. They don't know your old life, so they can't tell you what's new. Here's something really helpful to know. When someone asks what's new, they expect a bit more detail than "What's up?" or "How's it going?" Not a lot more, but just a little. Let me show you what I mean. Here is a typical conversation. "Hey, Sarah, long time no see. What's new?" "Oh, actually, I just started learning guitar." "Really? That's cool. How's it going?" But what if nothing new is happening? That's totally okay. You can just say, "Nothing much, same as always," or "Not much, everything's pretty much the same." It's completely fine. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You meet a friend you haven't seen in a few weeks. "Sarah, what's new? I haven't seen you in forever." "I know. Actually, I got promoted at work last month." "Wow, congratulations! That's awesome." Example 2. You're texting with an old classmate. "Hey, Tom, what's new with you?" "Not much, really. Just the usual work and family things. How about you?" "Same here. We should talk soon, though." Example 3. You see a neighbor you don't see often. "Oh, hi, Mrs. Johnson. What's new?" "Well, my daughter just had a baby. I'm a grandma now." "Oh, that's wonderful news. Congratulations." When someone asks you, "What's new?" take a moment to think about anything that changed recently. A new class, a new haircut, a new favorite TV show. These all count as new. And if nothing comes to mind, just smile and say, "Nothing much. How about you?" That's perfect. Now you repeat, "What's new?" Let's keep going. "How's everything?" This phrase is super useful and really friendly. Let me tell you why it's so great. When you ask someone, "How's everything?" you're asking about all parts of their life at once. Not just work, not just family, not just school. Everything. It's like giving them an open door to talk about whatever they want to share. Think of it like this. You have a friend, and you're not sure what's going on in their life right now. Maybe their job is great, but their family is struggling. Maybe school is hard, but they're happy in their personal life. When you say, "How's everything?" they can choose what to tell you about. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so when is the best time to use "How's everything"? Let me explain. You can use this phrase in lots of situations. It's perfect when you want to show someone you care about their whole life, not just one part of it. People use "How's everything" when they have coffee with friends, when they call their parents after a busy week, when they check in with a coworker who seemed stressed lately. This phrase works in both casual and slightly formal situations. You can say it to your best friend. You can also say it to your colleague at work. It's warm and friendly, but still professional enough for the office. Here's something important. "How's everything?" usually gets a more complete answer than just, "How are you?" Why? Because it gives people permission to talk about different things. Let me show you. "Hey, Sarah, how's everything?" "Oh, work's been crazy, but I finally finished that big project. My family's doing well. Overall, I can't complain." That's great. Glad things are going okay? But here's the thing. Some people will still just say, "Everything's good, thanks," and that's fine too. Don't feel like you have to give a long answer every time. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You're having coffee with a friend you see often. So, how's everything? Life treating you well? Pretty good. Work's busy but exciting. How about you? Can't complain. Things are good. Example 2. You're calling a family member. "Hi, Dad. How's everything? How are you and Mom?" "We're doing well, honey. Your mom's garden is beautiful this year. How's everything with you?" Good. Just busy with school, but I'm managing. Example 3. You're checking in with a coworker who looked stressed. "Hey, Jamie, how's everything going with that project?" Honestly, it's challenging, but I think we're on track now. That's good to hear. Let me know if you need any help. Use "How's everything" when you want to have a slightly deeper conversation than just "Hi." It shows you care about the person's life. And remember, you can answer briefly or with more detail. Both are totally fine. Now you repeat, "How's everything?" Next up, "How are things?" This phrase is almost identical to "How's everything?" I mean, really, they mean the same thing. But people use both all the time in everyday English. When you ask, "How are things?" you're basically saying, "How's your life going?" Or, "How's everything in your world?" It's a warm, friendly way to check in with someone without being too specific. Think about it like this. You meet your neighbor in the elevator, and you want to be friendly but not too personal. You can just smile and say, "Hey, how are things?" Perfect. Not too deep, not too shallow, just right. So, when should I use How are things? Great question. Here's what you need to know. This phrase is super flexible. You can use it in almost any casual situation. People use "How are things?" when they see a gym friend at the gym, when they text a friend they haven't talked to in a while, when they chat with a coworker in the break room. What's great about this phrase is that it's comfortable for everyone. It's friendly enough for close friends, but also polite enough for people you don't know super well. It's like the perfect middle ground. Here's something helpful. How are things? Usually gets a pretty simple answer. Most people will just say good, or fine, or pretty good, and then ask you back. It's a nice, easy exchange. Let me show you. Hey Tom, how are things? Oh, the usual. You? Yeah, same here. But sometimes, if someone wants to share more, they will, and that's okay too. The phrase gives them the option. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You see a coworker in the hallway. Morning, how are things with you? You look tired. Yeah, the project deadline is next week. Once it's done, I can finally relax. Hang in there. You've got this. Example 2. You're texting a friend. Hey, how are things? Want to get coffee soon? I'd love to. Things are a bit crazy right now, but I'll let you know when I'm free. Sounds good. Example 3. You're making small talk with a neighbor. Hi, Mr. Chen. How are things lately? Pretty normal. Same routine every day. How about you? Same here. Well, have a good day. How are things? Is your go-to phrase when you want to be friendly but keep it casual. It works in so many situations. And the best part? People usually answer quickly, so you don't have to worry about getting into a long conversation unless you want to. Now you repeat, how are things? Let's go to the next one, how's life? When you ask someone, how's life? You're asking about their whole life experience. Not just today, not just this week, but life in general. How they're feeling about everything. Their job, their relationships, their dreams, their challenges, all of it. It's like when you really want to know how someone is doing from the heart, you're not just being polite, you actually care. That's the feeling how's life gives. Think of it like this. You have a good friend you haven't seen in months. When you finally meet up, how's life is perfect because you really want to know how they've been doing overall. So when should I use how's life instead of other phrases? Good question. Here's what you need to know. How's life is best for people you actually care about and want to have a real conversation with. People use how's life when they have dinner with a best friend, when they talk to their brother on a long phone call, when they sit down for coffee with someone they haven't seen in a long time. This phrase invites a deeper conversation, so use it when you have time to actually listen to the answer. Don't ask how's life when you're running to catch a bus or when you're in a hurry. Save it for moments when you can really connect with someone. Here's what you need to know. When you ask, "How's life?" people might actually give you a real, honest answer. Not always, but more often than with simpler greetings. Why? Because the question feels more meaningful. Let me show you what I mean. So, how's life treating you these days? Honestly, sometimes good, sometimes difficult. Work is great, but I've been feeling a bit lonely since I moved to this new city. I'm sorry to hear that. Have you been able to make any new friends? Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You're meeting an old friend for coffee. It's so good to see you. How's life treating you? You know, a lot has happened. I'm learning a lot about myself. That sounds meaningful. Tell me more. Example 2. You're video calling a family member. Hey sis, how's life been for you lately? It's been good. Busy, but good. The kids are growing up so fast. I can imagine. I miss them so much. Example 3. You're talking to a friend who went through something difficult. How's life going for you now? Better, actually. Taking it one day at a time, but I'm getting there. I'm glad to hear that. You're stronger than you think. Use "how's life" when you're ready for a real conversation. This phrase tells the other person, I care and I'm here to listen. And if someone asks you how's life, you can be honest. Share what's really going on. It's okay to say things are great, and it's also okay to say things are challenging. Now you repeat, how's life? Great. Next one. How's life treating you? Okay, this one is really beautiful. Let me tell you why this phrase is so special. This phrase is special. You are asking, is life good to you? We talk about life like it is a person. Nice, right? This phrase shows extra warmth and care. It's more thoughtful than just, how are you? Or, how's it going? It says, I really want to know if things are going well for you. Think about it like this. Imagine life is like the weather. Sometimes it's sunny and nice to you. Sometimes it's stormy and difficult. When you ask, how's life treating you? You're asking, is the weather of life being nice to you right now? Beautiful, isn't it? You use, how's life treating you? When you want to show genuine care and respect for someone. People use this phrase when they talk to someone they admire, when they reconnect with an old teacher, when they meet a friend who went through something difficult, when they meet up with someone they haven't seen in years. This phrase feels a bit more special than other greetings. It's warm, it's caring, and it shows you're not just making small talk. You actually want to know how they're doing. Here's something interesting. How's life treating you? Usually makes people pause and think before they answer. Why? Because the question feels more meaningful. People want to give you a thoughtful response. Let me show you. It's been so long. How's life treating you? You know, life's been pretty good to me actually. I feel grateful. That's wonderful to hear. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You're meeting a former teacher or mentor. Professor Chen, it's so good to see you. How's life treating you since you retired? Oh, it's been wonderful. I'm really enjoying the freedom to travel and read. That sounds amazing. You deserve it. Example 2. You're reconnecting with a friend who had a tough time. How's life treating you these days? I've been thinking about you. That's sweet of you to ask. Things are getting better, step by step. I'm so glad to hear that. You're doing great. Example 3. You're talking to someone who achieved something big. I heard you graduated. How's life treating you now? Really well, actually. I found a job I love and everything's falling into place. That's fantastic. You worked so hard for this. Save "How's life treating you?" for special moments when you want to show extra care. It's perfect for reunions, meaningful conversations, or when talking to someone you respect. When someone asks you this question, take a moment to give a thoughtful answer. They're showing they care, so it's okay to be real with them. Now you repeat, "How's life treating you?" Here's the next one. What have you been up to? Now, this phrase confuses many of my students when they first start learning English. They think, what does up have to do with anything? But once you understand it, it's actually really simple and super useful. Let me break it down for you. What have you been up to? Is just a friendly way to ask, what have you been doing recently? That's it. The phrase up to here just means doing or busy with. So you're asking about someone's recent activities, what they've been doing with their time. Think of it like this. You have a friend you haven't talked to in a few weeks. When you finally call them, you want to know what they've been busy with, right? Did they start a new hobby? Did they go on a trip? Did they meet new people? That's what this phrase is asking about. Okay, so when should I use this phrase? You use "what have you been up to" when you haven't seen or talked to someone for a little while and you want to know what's new. People use this phrase all the time. When they text a college friend they haven't talked to in a month, when they call a cousin after a few weeks, when they see an old coworker at the mall. Here's something important. Don't use this with someone you just saw yesterday. That would sound strange because you already know what they were doing. And don't use it when you're in a big hurry. This phrase invites people to share stories, so make sure you have a few minutes to listen. Okay, here's something that confuses many students at first. The phrase "up to" can actually have two different meanings in English. Meaning number 1 is what we're talking about here. When you ask, "What have you been up to?" with "have been," it's always positive and friendly. It just means, what have you been doing? But be careful. In other situations, "up to" can sound different. Like if a parent sees their kid with chocolate all over their face, they might say, "What are you up to?" Meaning, what did you do? But don't worry. When you ask, "What have you been up to?" with a smile and friendly voice, everyone knows you're just being nice. Quick note, sometimes, "What are you up to?" without "have been" can sound suspicious if you use a serious tone. But "what have you been up to" is always friendly. So just remember to smile when you say it. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You're texting a friend you haven't talked to in weeks. "Hey Mike, what have you been up to recently? Haven't heard from you in ages." "I know. I've been super busy with my new job. Started last month. It's challenging, but fun." Oh, wow! Congratulations! Tell me all about it. Example 2. You're calling a family member. Hi, Grandma. What have you been up to? I miss you. Oh, just the usual gardening and spending time with friends. How about you? School's keeping me busy, but I'm doing well. Example 3. You see an old classmate. Alex, long time no see. What have you been up to all this time? I moved to New York for work. It's been an adventure. What about you? That's amazing. I'm still here, working at the library now. When someone asks you, what have you been up to? Share something interesting if you can. It doesn't have to be huge news. Maybe you started baking, or you watched a great movie, or you're learning a new skill. These are all great answers. And if nothing special happened, just say, not much, same as always. How about you? That's perfectly fine too. Now you repeat, what have you been up to? Next up, long time no see. Oh, this phrase is so warm and happy. Let me tell you why. When you say long time no see, you're expressing excitement and joy because you're seeing someone you haven't seen in a long time. It's not really a question. It's more like a happy shout. You're basically saying, wow, it's been so long since we saw each other. I'm so happy to see you now. The energy of this phrase is always positive and enthusiastic. It makes people smile. It says, I missed seeing you and I'm really glad we're meeting again. Think about it like this. You're walking down the street and suddenly you spot your old friend from high school. You haven't seen them in 2 years. Your face lights up and you shout, long time no see. That feeling of surprise and happiness, that's what this phrase is all about. You use long time no see when you unexpectedly see someone or when you're meeting someone after a long time apart. People use this phrase when they see an old neighbor at the grocery store, when they see a high school friend at a reunion, when they meet up with someone they haven't seen in months or years. The key word here is long time. Don't say this to someone you saw last week. That would be strange. Save it for when it's really been a while. Maybe a few months, maybe a year, maybe even longer. The phrase works best when there's genuine surprise and happiness at seeing each other again. Here's something interesting. Long time no see is actually not grammatically correct in traditional English. I know. You're probably thinking, wait, what? But everyone says it. And you're right. Even though it's not proper grammar, it's completely accepted and normal in everyday English. Native speakers use it all the time. This phrase is a little different from normal English grammar, but everyone uses it and everyone understands it. So don't worry. Some students worry about using it because it's not correct grammar. But here's what you need to know. Language is about communication, not just grammar rules. If everyone understands it and uses it, it's good English. So don't worry about the grammar. Just use it with a big smile. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You unexpectedly see an old friend at the mall. Oh my gosh, Sarah! Long time no see. How have you been? Tom, I know. It's been almost a year. I've been good. How about you? I'm great. We should get coffee and talk. Example 2. You're attending a class reunion. Lisa, long time no see, my friend. You look great. Mike, I know, right? Has it really been 10 years since graduation? I can't believe it. Time flies. Example 3. You're video calling a friend who lives far away. Jamie, long time no see. I've missed your face. I know. This work trip has been crazy. It's so good to see you. Tell me everything. Say, long time no see, with energy and a big smile. It's a happy phrase, so show your excitement. And when someone says it to you, respond with the same energy. Say, I know, or it's been forever, or so good to see you. This creates a warm, happy reunion feeling. And don't worry about the grammar, just enjoy reconnecting with people. Now you repeat, long time no see. Let's keep going. How is everything going? Now, you might be thinking, wait, isn't this just like, how's everything that we learned earlier? And you're absolutely right. They're very similar, but there's a tiny difference in feeling. When you ask, how is everything going? You're adding the word going, which makes it feel like you're asking about progress or movement. It's like asking, how are things moving along? Or, how is life flowing for you right now? It feels a bit more about the process of how things are developing. Think of it like this. Life is like a journey, right? And you're asking, how is your journey going? Is it smooth? Is it bumpy? Are you moving forward okay? That's the feeling this phrase gives. So when exactly should I use this phrase? Here's what you need to know. You can use how is everything going in lots of different situations, both casual and slightly formal. People use this phrase when they check in with a friend about their new job, when they ask a brother or sister about their studies, when they talk to someone who recently moved to a new city. What's great about this phrase is that it's perfect when you don't remember all the details about someone's life, but you still want to show you care. Maybe you know your friend is busy with something, but you're not sure exactly what. Just ask, how is everything going? And they can tell you about whatever is important to them right now. Here's something useful. How is everything going? Gives the other person freedom to choose what to talk about. You're not asking, how's work? Or how's your family? You're asking about everything, so they can decide what's most important to share. Maybe work is stressful, so they'll talk about that. Maybe family is great, so they'll mention that instead. The choice is theirs. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You're having lunch with a colleague. So Lisa, how is everything going? How's the family? Everyone's doing well. Thanks. My son just started kindergarten. Wow, already? Time flies. Example 2. You're texting a friend who recently moved. Hey, how is everything going in your new city? Settled in yet? Getting there. Still unpacking boxes. But the apartment is nice. That's great. Let me know if you need any help. Example 3. You're calling a family member. Hi, Mom. How is everything going at home? Any news? Oh, yes. Your brother got engaged last week. We're so excited. What? That's amazing. Tell me everything. Use How is everything going? When you want to have a friendly conversation, but you're not sure what specific topic to ask about. This phrase is like opening a door and letting the other person choose what to walk through. It's warm, caring, and easy to answer. And remember, if someone asks you this, you can share whatever feels important to you right now. Now you repeat, how is everything going? And now the last one, how's work going? This one is different from all the others because it's specific. You're not asking about life in general. You're asking specifically about someone's job or studies. When you ask, how's work going? You're showing interest in what the person does every day. Maybe they have a new job and you want to know how they're getting used to it. Maybe they're working on a big project and you want to check on their progress. Maybe they seem stressed and you want to show you care about their work life. Think about it like this. For many adults, work takes up a huge part of their life. So asking about work is like asking about a big piece of their daily experience. It shows you're interested in their professional life and challenges. You use how's work going when you know the person is busy with their job or studies and you want to check in about that specifically. People use this phrase with coworkers when they meet in the break room, with friends who just started a new job, with classmates who are working on a big assignment, with family members who mention they're stressed about work. But here's something important. Not everyone wants to talk about work all the time. Some people want to forget about work when they're not there. So pay attention to the situation. If you're at a party on Friday night, maybe don't start with, how's work going? Start with something more fun. But if you're having coffee on Monday morning, this phrase is perfect. Here's something helpful. When you ask, how's work going? Be ready for different types of answers. Some people love their jobs and will get excited telling you about them. Other people are struggling at work and might need to talk about their problems a little. And some people will just say, fine, and change the subject because they don't want to talk about work. All of these responses are okay. Let me show you different scenarios. Scenario 1. How's work going? I heard you started that new project. It's amazing. Really challenging, but I'm learning so much. Scenario 2. How's work going? Honestly, it's been really stressful. The deadline got moved up. Oh no, is there anything I can do to help? Scenario 3. How's work going? It's fine, same as always. Hey, did you watch that new show I recommended? Everything is different and all perfectly normal. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You're talking to a colleague in the office. How's work going? I heard you're leading the new marketing campaign. Yeah, it's intense but exciting. We're launching next month. That's fantastic. You're going to do great. Example 2. You're checking in with a friend who seemed stressed. Hey Tom, how's work going? You mentioned things were tough last week. It's getting better, actually. I talked to my manager and we worked out a better schedule. I'm so glad to hear that. Good for you for speaking up. Example 3. You're meeting a friend who recently changed jobs. So, how's work going at the new company? Are you settling in okay? It's been great. The team is really welcoming and the projects are interesting. That's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. When you ask how's work going, really listen to the answer. If someone is stressed, offer support or just listen. If someone is excited, share their excitement. And when someone asks you about work, be honest. It's okay to say work is great, and it's also okay to say it's challenging. That's real life. And remember, work is just one part of life, so you can always follow up with "and how's everything else?" to show you care about the whole person, not just their job. Now you repeat, how's work going? Okay, let's move to the next topic, responding to how are you? When someone asks how you are, you need to know different ways to answer. Some answers are casual, some answers are more polite. You can choose which one to use. Here are natural phrases you can use to respond. Here's the first one, pretty good. You know what? This is probably the most common answer you'll hear in everyday English. Many of my students tell me that their textbooks taught them to say, "I'm fine, thank you." But when they actually talk to native speakers, almost everyone says pretty good instead. Let me explain what this means. When you say pretty good, you're saying that things are okay and going well. Not amazing, not perfect, but good. The word pretty here doesn't mean beautiful. It means quite. So you're saying, things are quite good. You can use pretty good in almost any situation. It works with friends, coworkers, family, teachers, and even people you just met. People use this response all the time. When a friend texts, "How are you?" they say, "Pretty good." When their boss asks, "How's it going?" they say, "Pretty good." When talking on the phone with family, they say, "Pretty good." It's not too formal and not too casual. It's right in the middle. So you can use it when you want to sound friendly and positive. Here's something super helpful to know. Pretty good is what we call a safe answer. What do I mean by safe? Well, it's positive and friendly, but you don't have to explain anything. You don't have to tell people about your problems or your exciting news. You're just keeping things light and simple. Think about it this way. Imagine you're at work and your coworker asks, "How are you?" You had a bad morning. You woke up late and spilled coffee on your shirt. But you don't want to complain at work, right? So you just smile and say, "Pretty good. How about you?" See? You stayed positive. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You meet your coworker at the office coffee machine. "Hey, Sarah, how's it going?" "Pretty good. Just been working on that new project. How about you?" "Pretty good too. Let's get lunch later." Example 2. You're texting with a friend. "Hey, how are you doing? Haven't heard from you in ages." "Pretty good. Thanks. Work has been keeping me super busy. How about you?" "Same here. We should talk soon." Example 3. Your teacher asks you before class starts. "Good morning. How are you today?" "Pretty good. Thank you. How are you?" "I'm great. Ready to learn today?" Practice saying pretty good with a smile this week. It should sound friendly and relaxed. And remember, after you say it, always ask the other person back with, "How about you?" or "And you." That's the natural way. Now you repeat pretty good. Next up, can't complain. Now, this one is interesting. Many of my students tell me that when they first heard someone say this, they were confused. They thought, wait, why can't you complain? But don't worry, it doesn't mean that at all. Let me break it down for you. When you say can't complain, you're actually saying, things are going well. I have nothing to complain about. It's a humble way to say that life is treating you nicely. Here's the beautiful meaning. When you say can't complain, you're saying, I'm grateful for what I have. It shows you're positive and thankful. So when is it good to use can't complain? Let me explain. People use can't complain in two main situations. Situation 1. When things are actually really good. Maybe you just got promoted at work. Maybe your family is healthy. But instead of showing off by saying everything is amazing, you stay humble and say, can't complain. Situation 2. When things are pretty normal. Nothing super exciting is happening, but nothing bad either. You're just going through life feeling okay. People use this phrase a lot with coworkers. When someone at work asks, how are things? They often say, can't complain. It sounds mature and professional. Here's what makes can't complain special. It has a deeper meaning than just I'm good. When you say this phrase, you're showing that you're thankful. You're saying, I'm fortunate. Other people have bigger problems than me. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine your friend asks, how's everything? You had a small problem. Your car needed a repair. But you also know your friend just lost their job. So instead of complaining about your car, you say, can't complain. How are you doing? You're being grateful and showing concern for your friend. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You see an old friend at the grocery store. Hey, long time no see. How have you been? Can't complain. Work is going well and the family is healthy. How about you? That's great to hear. I'm doing well too. Example 2. You're on a video call with your parents. How's everything with you, honey? Can't complain, Mom. I got a raise last month and my apartment is nice. How are you and Dad? Oh, wonderful. We're so proud of you. Example 3. A coworker asks about your weekend. Hey, Tom. How was your weekend? Can't complain. I had a relaxing time with the family. Yours? Sounds nice. Mine was good too. Use can't complain when you want to sound grateful and mature. It's perfect for work and when talking to people you respect. And here's a pro tip. Sometimes people add really at the end, like, can't complain really. It sounds even more natural. Now you repeat, can't complain. Great. Next one. Same old really? Or same old, same old? This phrase is super common. Let me explain what it means. When you say same old really, you're telling people that nothing has changed in your life. Everything is the same as before. Same routine, same schedule, same daily life. Nothing exciting, nothing terrible, just the same. Think about it like this. Every day you wake up, go to work, come home, and sleep. Same things. That's what same old means. It's like saying, my life is still the same. Okay, so when should I use this response? Here's what you need to know. You use same old, really, when someone asks about your life and honestly, nothing new has happened. People use this phrase when friends ask, what's been going on with you? And they realize their life is pretty routine. Wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, repeat, same old, same old. This phrase works with friends, family, and coworkers. But here's the thing, it's not super positive or super negative. It's just neutral. It's like saying, life is boring, but that's okay. Here's something important to understand. Same old has a slightly tired feeling to it. When people say this, they often take a breath or smile in a tired way. It's like they're saying, yeah, life is the same every day and maybe a bit boring, but what can you do? It's not complaining, but it's also not excited. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine your friend asks, how's work? You've been doing the exact same tasks every single day for months. No new projects, no changes, just the same routine. You might say, same old, really? Same meetings, same work, same everything. With a little laugh. You're not angry, but you're also not happy. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Your friend asks about your week. Hey, how was your week? Same old, really? Work, gym, home, sleep. Nothing exciting happened. I know the feeling. Mine was the same. Example 2. You're texting with a family member. What's new with you, honey? Same old, same old. Still living in the same apartment, same job for 3 years now. Well, at least it's stable, right? Example 3. A classmate asks about your weekend. Did you do anything fun this weekend? Same old, really. Studied, did laundry, watched some TV. Pretty boring. Yeah, I feel you. My weekend was boring too. Use same old when your life feels routine and nothing new is happening. It's honest and easy to understand. Most people will totally get it because everyone has boring periods in life. And remember, it's okay to add, but that's all right, at the end to show you're not too upset about it. Now you repeat, same old, really? Let's keep going. I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Now, I need to tell you something very important. This is probably the first response you learned in your English class, right? Most of my students tell me this. But here's the important thing to know. Native English speakers don't use I'm fine, thanks very much in everyday life. Yes, it's correct. Yes, it's polite. But it sounds like a textbook answer. Native speakers usually say pretty good or not bad in everyday conversations. Think of I'm fine, thanks, like wearing a formal suit. It's good for special occasions, but most days people wear casual clothes, right? Same idea? So should I stop using I'm fine, thanks? When is it okay? No, don't stop. Let me tell you when it works perfectly. This phrase is great for formal situations. Use it in job interviews. Use it when meeting someone important for the first time. Use it when talking to your teacher or boss in a serious situation. In these situations, "I'm fine, thanks," sounds polite. But with close friends, people rarely say "I'm fine." They say "pretty good" or "great" or "not bad." Those sound more natural for everyday talk. Important: many English learners use "I'm fine, thanks" too much. If you use it all the time, you sound too formal. Try to use the other responses in this lesson for everyday situations. Here's the most important thing. You should always ask the other person back. This is super important. After you say "I'm fine, thanks," you must add "How are you?" Why? Because it shows you care about them too. Let me show you what happens if you don't ask back. Someone asks you "How are you?" You say "I'm fine, thanks." And then silence. Awkward, right? The other person is waiting for you to ask them back. But if you say "I'm fine, thanks. How are you?" now you're having a nice exchange. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You're at a job interview. "Good morning. How are you today?" "I'm fine, thanks. How are you?" "I'm well, thank you. Shall we begin?" Example 2. You meet your teacher in the hallway. "Hello, how are you doing?" "I'm fine, thanks. How are you?" "I'm great. See you in class." Example 3. You're writing a formal email. "Dear Mr. Johnson, I hope this email finds you well. I'm fine. Thanks for asking in your last email. How are you?" Think of "I'm fine, thanks. How are you?" as your safe, formal answer. It works in any situation, but try to use more casual responses like "pretty good" with friends. This will make you sound more natural. Just remember to always ask the other person back. Now you repeat, "I'm fine, thanks. How are you?" Let's go to the next one. Not so great, really. Or not very good. Okay, this one is different because it's honest about struggling. Let me explain. When you say "not so great" or "not very good," you're telling the truth that things are difficult right now. Maybe you're stressed, tired, sad, or facing problems. You're not pretending everything is perfect. You're being real. Think about it like this. Most of the time, people say positive things like "pretty good." But sometimes, life is actually hard. When someone asks, "How are you?" and you're truly struggling, it's okay to say "not so great, really." It's honest. So when should I use this response? Can I use it with anyone? Good question. Let me explain. You should use "not so great" only with people you trust. Use this phrase with close friends, family members, or people who truly care about you. When you say "not so great," you're opening the door for a deeper conversation. You're saying, "I'm struggling and I might need support." People use this response when talking to their best friend or their family. When a sister calls and asks, "How's everything?" and they're really stressed about work, they'll say, "Honestly, not so great. I've been feeling overwhelmed lately. But here's the important part. Don't use not so great in professional situations. Don't use it with people you barely know. Imagine saying this at a job interview. The interviewer asks, "How are you?" And you say, "Not very good, actually." That would be awkward. Save this honest response for people who care about you. Here's what you need to understand. When you say, "not so great," be ready for people to ask more questions. Why? Because when you tell someone things aren't good, they'll usually want to know why. They might ask, "Oh no, what's wrong?" or "What happened?" They're showing they care. So you have two choices. Choice 1. Share more details if you want to talk about it. Choice 2. Say, "I'd rather not talk about it right now," if you need privacy. Both are totally fine. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You're talking to your best friend on the phone. "Hey, how are you doing? You sound tired." "Not so great, really. I've been super stressed with work and haven't been sleeping well." "Oh no, do you want to talk about it? Maybe I can help." Example 2. You're video calling with your mom. "How's everything going with you, sweetheart?" "Not very good, Mom. I failed my exam and I'm feeling pretty sad about it." "Oh, honey, I'm sorry, but you can try again. Tell me what happened." Example 3. A close friend notices you look upset. "Are you okay? You don't seem like yourself today." "Not so great, to be honest. I've been dealing with some family problems." "I'm here if you need to talk. Anytime." Only use "not so great" with people you trust. It's okay to be honest about struggling, but choose the right people and the right time. And remember, when someone says this to you, show that you care. Ask what's wrong and offer support. That's what good friends do. Now you repeat, "Not so great, really." Here's the last one. Could be better. Now, this phrase is interesting because it's in the middle. It's not super positive, but it's also not super negative. Let me explain. When you say "could be better," you're saying things are okay, but not great. I wish they were better. It's a gentle way to say that you're not totally happy, but you're not in a terrible situation either. Think of it like this. Imagine you're watching a movie and someone asks, "How's the movie?" If the movie is boring but not awful, you might say, "Could be better." You're not saying it's horrible. You're just saying it's not as good as you hoped. So when should I use "could be better"? Here's what you need to know. You use this phrase when things are kind of meh, not terrible, not wonderful, just not quite right. People use "could be better" when they want to be honest that they're not super happy, but they also don't want to sound too negative. Maybe work is stressful but okay. Maybe they're tired but still working. Maybe life is just okay but not exciting. This phrase works in both casual and slightly formal situations. You can say it to friends, family, or coworkers. It's a safe way to say you're not completely happy without complaining too much. Here's what makes "could be better" special. It shows you're being real without being dramatic. When you say this, you're saying that things aren't perfect, but you're also showing that you're handling it. You're not falling apart. You're just saying, yeah, this isn't perfect, but I'm managing. Let me show you the difference. If someone asks, how are you? You could say terrible, everything is awful, or great, or could be better. See the middle ground? Could be better is honest, but not too negative. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. A coworker asks about your workload. How's work going? You look a bit stressed. Could be better. This project is challenging, but I'm figuring it out. Hang in there. Let me know if you need any help. Example 2. Your friend asks about your health. You seem tired today. How are you feeling? Could be better, to be honest. I've been dealing with headaches, but I'm managing. Make sure you rest. Take care of yourself. Example 3. Someone asks about your weekend. How was your weekend? Could be better. I had to work extra hours, so I didn't get much rest. That's tough. Hopefully next weekend will be more relaxing. Use could be better when you want to be honest that things aren't perfect, but you don't want to sound too negative. It's a great middle ground response. And here's a bonus tip. Sometimes people add, but I'm managing, or, but I'm okay at the end to show they're dealing with it. Now you repeat, could be better. Okay, let's move to another important topic, saying thank you. This is one of the most common and useful phrases in English. It's polite, friendly, and everyone uses it every day. We have many different ways to say thank you. Some are casual, some are formal. Here are natural phrases you can use to say thank you. The first one is thank you anyway. Okay, this phrase is so useful, but a lot of English learners don't know when to use it. Let me explain the secret. When you say thank you anyway, you're thanking someone even though they couldn't help you, or even though the result wasn't what you wanted. The magic word here is anyway. It means, even though things didn't work out, I still appreciate your effort. Think about it like this. Your friend tries super hard to find your lost book, but they can't find it anywhere. They feel bad because they couldn't help you. What do you say? Thank you anyway, you're telling them. Hey, the result doesn't matter. What matters is that you tried to help me. I appreciate that. So when exactly should I use this phrase? Great question. You use thank you anyway when someone tried to help you but wasn't successful. People use this phrase all the time. When a friend looks everywhere for something they need but can't find it. When a teacher tries to explain something but the student still doesn't understand. When someone tries to fix a computer but the problem is too difficult. The key thing to remember is this. Use it when the person tried but couldn't successfully help you. They made the effort, but for some reason, it didn't work out. You're thanking them for trying, not for succeeding. Here's what makes thank you anyway really special. It's not just about thanking someone. It's about making them feel better. When people can't help you, they often feel guilty or bad. They think, oh no, I failed. I couldn't do what they asked. But when you say thank you anyway, you're telling them, don't feel bad. I appreciate that you tried. It's a way to comfort them and show you're not disappointed in them, even if you're disappointed about the result. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Your friend looks for your lost book but can't find it. I'm really sorry. I looked everywhere but I couldn't find your book. That's okay. Thank you anyway. I really appreciate you taking the time to look for it. No worries. I hope you find it soon. Example 2. Your teacher tries to explain something, but you still don't understand. I'm still a bit confused, but thank you anyway. Your explanation actually helped me see it from a different angle. I'll keep practicing. That's a good attitude. Come see me if you need more help. Example 3. Someone tries to call you but can't get through. I tried calling you 3 times, but it kept going to voicemail. Oh, my phone must have been out of signal. Thank you anyway for trying. Let's just text instead. Sounds good. Use thank you anyway whenever someone tries to help you but can't. It shows you're grateful for their effort, not just for results. And remember, say it with a warm, sincere tone. You want the other person to know you really mean it and you're not upset with them. This simple phrase can turn an awkward I couldn't help you moment into a warm, positive interaction. Now you repeat thank you anyway. Here's the next one. Thank you in advance. Now, this phrase is super common in emails, but here's the thing. You need to be a bit careful with it. Let me explain why. When you say thank you in advance, you're thanking someone before they do something for you. The words in advance mean ahead of time or before it happens. So you're basically saying, I'm thanking you now, even though you haven't done it yet. Think about it like this. You send an email to your teacher asking them to check your essay. You end your email with thank you in advance. You're thanking them right now before they've even looked at your essay. It's like giving them gratitude ahead of time. Okay, so when is it good to use this phrase? Let me tell you, this phrase is perfect for emails, especially professional emails or requests where you're asking someone to do something for you in the future. People use thank you in advance in lots of situations. When they email a professor asking for a recommendation letter. When they ask a boss to review a report. When they send a request to customer service. When they ask someone to send information. But here's something really important to understand. Thank you in advance has a hidden meaning. It's not just I'm thanking you early. It also means I trust you'll do this for me and I'm confident you'll help me. That's actually quite polite and shows you have faith in them. Here's the tricky part. Some people think thank you in advance sounds a bit too confident about getting help. What do I mean? Well, when you say thank you in advance, you're kind of assuming the person will do what you asked. Some people might think, hey, I haven't even agreed to help you yet. Why are you thanking me already? But here's the truth. In most professional situations, thank you in advance is totally fine. It's polite and shows confidence. The key is how you say it. If your email is polite and respectful overall, thank you in advance sounds nice. But if your email sounds demanding or rude, then thank you in advance can sound pushy. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You're emailing your professor about your essay. Subject: Essay submission. Body: Dear Professor Johnson, I'm submitting my final essay for your review. I've worked hard on this and would really appreciate your feedback. Thank you in advance for your time and guidance. Best regards, Sarah. Example 2. You're asking your boss to review your proposal. Hi, Mr. Chen. I've prepared the proposal for the new project as requested. Could you please review it when you have time? Thank you in advance for considering my ideas. Thanks, Mike. Use thank you in advance mainly in emails and written requests. It's less common in face-to-face conversations. And remember, it works best when you're asking for something that takes time or effort, like reviewing documents, providing information, or doing favors. Don't use it for tiny things like, "Can you open the door? Thank you in advance." That sounds strange. Keep it for requests that matter. Now you repeat, "Thank you in advance." Let's go to the next one. That's so kind of you. Or, it's very kind of you. Oh, this phrase is so warm and sweet. Let me tell you why this is such a wonderful way to say thank you. When you say, "That's so kind of you," you're not just thanking someone. You're also complimenting them. You're saying, "Wow, you're such a kind person." Or, "What you did was really thoughtful and generous." It's a thank you plus a compliment all in one. Think about it like this. Your friend brings you an umbrella when it starts raining. You could just say, "Thanks." But if you say, "That's so kind of you," you're telling them you're a thoughtful person who thinks about others. It makes them feel really good about themselves. So when should I use this instead of just thank you? Great question! You use this phrase when someone does something thoughtful or goes out of their way to help you. People use, "That's so kind of you," when others do nice things without being asked, when a neighbor brings cookies, when a teacher gives extra time on an assignment, when a stranger helps carry heavy bags, when a friend remembers a birthday. The key is this. Use it when the action shows the person's kindness or thoughtfulness. It's not for every little thing. It's for moments when someone's niceness really touches your heart. Here's why "that's so kind of you" is so powerful. It makes people feel appreciated as a person, not just for what they did. When you say thank you, you're appreciating the action. But when you say, "That's so kind of you," you're appreciating them. You're saying, "You are a kind person." This makes people feel really valued and special. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Your friend brings you an umbrella when it starts raining. "I brought an extra umbrella for you since it's raining." "That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. I didn't bring mine today." "No problem. I didn't want you to get wet." Example 2. Your teacher gives you extra time on your homework. "Thank you for giving me extra time to finish the assignment, Professor." "I know you've been dealing with a lot lately." "That's very kind of you. I really appreciate your understanding." Example 3. A stranger helps you carry your heavy bags. "Here, let me help you with those bags to your car." "Oh, that's so kind of you. They're really heavy. Thank you." "Happy to help. Have a great day." Say, "That's so kind of you," with a warm, genuine smile. This phrase works best when you really mean it and when you're touched by someone's kindness. You can also combine it with thank you for extra warmth. "Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. And remember, that's so kind of you is a bit more casual, while it's very kind of you or that's very kind of you sounds slightly more formal. Choose based on the situation. Now you repeat, that's so kind of you. Next one. I really appreciate that. Or, I really appreciate it. Now, this phrase is a step up from thank you. It's more serious, more sincere, and more meaningful. Let me explain the difference. When you say, I really appreciate that, you're not just saying thanks. You're saying, I understand the value of what you did. I recognize how much effort or thought you put into this. I'm truly grateful. The word appreciate means you recognize and value something deeply. Think about it like this. Thank you is like giving someone a quick smile. But I really appreciate that is like giving someone a warm hug. It shows deeper gratitude and sincerity. You're taking the time to express how much their help or kindness means to you. So when should I use I really appreciate that instead of just thanks? Let me tell you, you use this phrase when you want to show deeper, more sincere gratitude. People use I really appreciate that when others do something important or meaningful for them. When a boss gives them a chance to lead a project, when a friend spends hours listening to their problems, when a teacher writes a recommendation letter, when someone goes out of their way to help with something difficult. The difference is this. Thanks is for small everyday things. I really appreciate that is for bigger, more meaningful things. It shows you understand the value of what they did. Here's what makes I really appreciate special. There's a tiny difference between appreciate that and appreciate it. When you say I really appreciate that, you're talking about a specific action or thing they just did. For example, you helped me with my homework. I really appreciate that. When you say I really appreciate it, you're being more general. You're appreciating the overall situation or the person's general help. For example, you're always there for me. I really appreciate it. Both are correct, but that feels slightly more specific and immediate, while it feels slightly more general. Honestly, most native speakers don't even think about this difference. They use them the same way. But now you know the small difference. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Your friend helps you study for a difficult exam. I stayed up with you until midnight helping you study. I really appreciate that. You made such a big difference. I feel much more confident now. I'm glad I could help. You've got this. Example 2. Your boss gives you a chance to lead an important project. I want you to lead this new client project. I really appreciate this opportunity. I won't let you down. I know you'll do great work. Example 3. A friend listens to you talk about your problems. Thanks for listening to me complain for the past hour. That's what friends are for. No, seriously, I really appreciate it. You always know how to make me feel better. Use I really appreciate that or I really appreciate it when you want to show sincere, meaningful gratitude. It's more powerful than thanks, but less formal than I'm grateful. The word really is important. It adds sincerity. And remember, you can expand it. I really appreciate your help. I really appreciate you taking the time. I really appreciate your patience. This makes it even more personal and specific. Now you repeat, I really appreciate that. Next up, I'm really grateful. Okay, this is the big one. This is the most powerful, most emotional way to say thank you. Let me explain why. When you say, I'm really grateful, you're expressing a deep feeling from your heart. The word grateful isn't just about thanking someone. It's about feeling genuine gratitude and appreciation from the bottom of your heart. It's emotional, sincere, and powerful. Think about it like this. Thank you is polite. I appreciate it is sincere. But I'm really grateful is heartfelt. It's like saying, I feel so lucky and blessed that you helped me. What you did really means something to me. It touches people's hearts. Wow, this sounds serious. When should I use it? You're right. It is serious. You use I'm really grateful for big moments and meaningful help. People use this phrase when someone does something that truly impacts their life. When parents support them through difficult times, when a teacher believes in them, when they don't believe in themselves, when a friend helps them through a crisis, when someone changes their life or situation in an important way. This phrase is not for small everyday things. Don't say, I'm really grateful, when someone passes you the salt. Save it for moments that truly matter, when you feel deep gratitude in your heart. Here's what makes I'm really grateful different from everything else. It's an emotional statement, not just polite words. When you say, I'm really grateful, you're sharing your feelings. You're opening up and showing genuine emotion. This creates a deeper connection between you and the other person. It's not just about being polite, it's about being real and heartfelt. And here's something beautiful. When you tell someone, I'm really grateful for you, or I'm really grateful for what you did, it often becomes a memorable moment for them. People remember when someone expressed deep gratitude to them. It can strengthen relationships and create lasting bonds. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Your parents help you through a difficult time. Mom, Dad, I just want you to know, I'm really grateful for everything you've done for me. I wouldn't be where I am today without your support. Oh, sweetheart, that means so much to hear. We love you. Example 2. A mentor helps guide your career. I'm really grateful for your mentorship. You've taught me so much about this field. Thank you for believing in me. It's been my pleasure watching you grow. You've worked so hard for this. Example 3. A friend helps you through a crisis. I'll always be here for you no matter what. I know, and I'm really grateful for that. You have no idea how much it means to me. That's what friends are for. Use I'm really grateful for the most important moments of gratitude in your life. Say it with genuine emotion and sincerity. Look the person in the eye, speak from your heart, and let them know how much their help meant to you. This phrase is powerful, so use it wisely And remember, you can expand it. I'm really grateful to you. I'm really grateful for your help. I'm really grateful that you make it personal and specific to show you truly mean it. Now you repeat, I'm really grateful. And now the last one, I owe you one, or I owe you big time. This phrase is so fun and friendly. Let me explain what makes it special. When you say, I owe you one, you're not just thanking someone. You're also making a promise. You're saying, thank you, and next time I'll help you. It's my turn to do something nice for you. It's like keeping score in a friendly way. Think about it like this. Your friend helps you move furniture. You say, I owe you one. You're basically saying thank you. And next time you need help, just ask me. I'll be there for you. It creates a sense of friendship and mutual support. So this is like promising to return the favor? Exactly. You use I owe you one when someone helps you and you want to let them know you'll help them back. People use this phrase with close friends, roommates, and friendly coworkers. When a friend helps them move, when a roommate covers their rent for a few days, when a coworker stays late to help finish work, when someone does them a big favor. Now, I owe you one is for regular favors, but I owe you big time is for huge favors. If someone does something really big for you, you say, I owe you big time. It means, wow, this was a massive favor. I really, really owe you. Here's the fun part about I owe you one. It makes gratitude feel less awkward and more balanced. Sometimes when people help you, there's a strange feeling like, now I'm in debt, or I feel bad for needing help. But when you say, I owe you one, you're making it clear that you plan to help them too. It balances the relationship and makes it feel equal and friendly. Also, here's something important. I owe you one is informal. It's casual and friendly. Don't use it with your boss or in very professional situations. It works best with friends, family, and coworkers you're friendly with. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Your friend helps you move furniture. Okay, that's the last box. Your new apartment looks great. I owe you one. This would have taken me all day by myself. Let me buy you dinner. Sounds perfect. I'm starving. Example 2. Your coworker stays late to help you finish a project. Thank you so much for staying late to help me. I owe you big time. No problem. We're a team. Seriously, next time you need help with anything, just ask me. Example 3. Your friend lends you money when you're in a tough spot. Here's the $200 you needed. Pay me back whenever you can. I owe you big time. I'll pay you back next week. I promise. Thank you so much. I know you will. That's what friends are for. Use I owe you one with friends and people you're comfortable with. It's casual and warm. And here's a pro tip. Actually follow through. If you say I owe you one, remember to help that person when they need it. That's how you build strong mutual friendships. The phrase I owe you big time is for extra big favors. So save it for those special moments when someone really goes above and beyond for you. Now you repeat, I owe you one. Okay, let's move to the next topic. responding to thanks and apologies. This means when someone says thank you or I'm sorry, you need to know how to answer. You don't need to think too much. Just a short, natural phrase is enough. When you respond well, you sound friendly and polite. Here are common phrases you can use. Here's the first one, no worries. This phrase is so useful because it works in two different situations. Let me explain what makes it special. When you say no worries, you're basically telling someone, everything is fine. Don't stress about it. It's a super casual, friendly way to respond. The word worries means concerns or stress, so no worries literally means you have nothing to worry about. Think about it like this. Someone thanks you for helping them, or someone apologizes for bumping into you. Instead of giving a formal response, you just smile and say, no worries. You're keeping things light, friendly, and relaxed. So when can I use no worries? Is it just for apologies or just for thanks? Here's the cool part. You can use it for both. Let me break it down. Situation 1. Responding to thank you. When someone thanks you for something small, you can say, no worries. Instead of formal, you're welcome, this sounds more natural and casual. You're basically saying, hey, it was easy, no big deal. People use this all the time. When a friend thanks them for helping with homework. When someone thanks them for holding the door. When a classmate thanks them for lending a pen. Situation 2, responding to sorry. When someone apologizes for something minor, you can say, no worries. You're telling them, it's okay, you don't need to feel bad. It helps them stop feeling guilty. People also use this constantly when someone bumps into them accidentally, when a friend apologizes for being a few minutes late, when someone says sorry for a small mistake. Here's what makes no worries so popular. It's informal and friendly. This phrase is perfect for casual situations with friends, classmates, and people your age. But be careful. It might be too casual for very formal situations. Imagine you're at a job interview and you help the interviewer with something. They say, thank you. If you respond, no worries, it might sound too casual. In formal situations, stick with, you're welcome or my pleasure. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Your friend thanks you for help. Thanks so much for helping me with my homework. No worries. Happy to help anytime. You're the best. Example 2. Someone accidentally bumps into you. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you there. No worries. No harm done. Are you okay? Yes. Thanks for being so understanding. Example 3. A friend apologizes for being late. Sorry I'm late. The traffic was terrible. No worries. We just got here too. Come sit down. Thanks for being so patient. Use no worries for casual, everyday situations. It's perfect with friends, classmates, and people you're comfortable with. Say it with a smile and a relaxed tone. But remember, save you're welcome or my pleasure for more formal situations like work, school presentations, or talking to teachers and bosses. And here's a pro move. You can combine it with other phrases like, no worries at all, or no worries, it happens, to make it even more reassuring. Now you repeat, no worries. Next one, anytime. This response is so warm and friendly. Let me tell you why this is such a great phrase. When you say anytime to someone who thanks you, you're not just accepting their thanks. You're also making a promise. You're basically saying, I'm always happy to help you. Whenever you need me again, just ask. It's like telling them, my door is always open for you. Think about it like this. Your friend thanks you for helping them study. You could say, you're welcome, and that's fine. But if you say anytime, you're telling them, I enjoyed helping you, and I'll do it again whenever you need. See the difference? It's warmer and more generous. You use anytime when you genuinely mean you're willing to help again. People use this phrase when they help close friends, family members, or people they care about. When a best friend thanks them for listening to their problems. When a roommate thanks them for cooking dinner. When a classmate thanks them for explaining something difficult. The key thing is this. Only say anytime if you really mean it. Don't say it if you don't actually want to help again. It's a commitment to future help, not just a polite response. Here's what makes anytime special compared to other responses. It's about the future, not just the present. You're welcome means you're accepting their thanks for what you already did. No worries means it was no problem. Anytime means you promise you'll help again in the future. See the difference? Anytime is forward-looking. It strengthens relationships because you're showing you're reliable and willing to help many times. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. You help your friend with a difficult project. Thank you so much for helping me with this project. I couldn't have done it without you. Anytime. If you need help with anything else, just let me know. You're such a good friend. Example 2. You give your coworker career advice. Thanks for taking the time to give me that career advice. Anytime. I'm always happy to share what I've learned. Feel free to reach out whenever. I really appreciate that. Example 3. You help a friend move furniture. Thank you for helping me move yesterday. That was so much work. Anytime. That's what friends are for. I'll definitely return the favor someday. Use anytime when you genuinely want to help someone again. Say it with enthusiasm and a warm smile so they know you really mean it. You can expand it to make it even warmer. Anytime, I mean it. Or, anytime, just call me whenever you need help. This makes your offer feel more genuine and sincere. And remember, only say it if you really do want to help again. Don't make promises you can't keep. Now you repeat anytime. Let's keep going. My pleasure or just pleasure. Oh, this phrase is so elegant and warm. Let me explain why. When you say, my pleasure, you're telling someone, helping you made me happy. It brought me joy. The word pleasure means happiness or joy. So you're basically saying, it was a pleasure for me to help you. Isn't that beautiful? Think about it like this. Someone thanks you for doing them a favor. If you say you're welcome, that's fine. If you say no problem, that's casual. But if you say my pleasure, you're saying, actually, I enjoyed helping you. It made me feel good. It's the warmest response. This sounds fancy. When should I use it? Here's the thing about my pleasure. It works in both casual and formal situations. That's what makes it so useful. People use my pleasure in many different situations. When a customer thanks them at work, when a teacher thanks them for their presentation, when a friend thanks them for advice, when someone thanks them for a thoughtful gift. It's slightly more polite than no worries, but not as stiff as you're most welcome. It's right in that sweet spot where it sounds sincere, warm, and respectful. Here's why my pleasure is so powerful. It makes the other person feel valued. When you say, my pleasure, you're not just accepting their thanks. You're telling them, you matter to me. Helping you was genuinely enjoyable. This makes people feel special and appreciated. Also, here's a fun fact. Companies like Chick-fil-A train their employees to always say, my pleasure, instead of, you're welcome. Why? Because it sounds warmer and makes customers feel more valued. Pretty smart, right? Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Someone thanks you at work. Thank you so much for your help today. My pleasure. I'm glad I could assist you. Have a great day. You too. Thank you again. Example 2. Your teacher thanks you for your work. Thank you for your excellent presentation. My pleasure. I really enjoyed working on it. It showed. Keep up the great work. Example 3. A friend thanks you for listening. Thanks for listening to me talk about my problems for hours. My pleasure. That's what friends are for. I'm always here for you. You're such a good friend. Use my pleasure when you want to sound polite, sincere, and warm. It works in almost any situation, casual or formal. You can say my pleasure by itself or expand it to it's my pleasure for extra formality. Say it with a genuine smile and warm tone so people feel your sincerity. And here's a bonus. My pleasure sounds especially good when someone thanks you very politely or formally. It matches their energy and shows mutual respect. Now you repeat, my pleasure. Here's the next one. You're most welcome. Now, this phrase is the upgraded, better version of you're welcome. Let me explain what makes it special. When you say you're most welcome, you're taking the basic you're welcome and turning up the warmth and sincerity. The word most means very much or extremely. So you're basically saying, you're very welcome. I'm truly happy to help. It's like adding extra enthusiasm. Think about it like this. You're welcome is like giving someone a regular handshake. But you're most welcome is like giving someone a warm hug. It shows you really mean it, and you're genuinely pleased to have helped. So when should I use this instead of just you're welcome? Excellent question. Here's the truth. The simple "you're welcome" has become so overused that it sometimes sounds automatic, like a robot. People use "you're most welcome" when they want to show extra sincerity and warmth, when someone thanks them very politely, when someone thanks them for something important or meaningful, when they want to leave a really good impression. This phrase works beautifully in both professional and personal situations. It's polite enough for work, but warm enough for friends. It's the perfect middle ground. Here's why many English teachers recommend "you're most welcome" over plain "you're welcome." The problem with "you're welcome" is that people say it so much that it's lost its meaning. It's become automatic, like saying "fine" when someone asks how you are. You say it without thinking, and it can sound like you don't really care. But when you add "most," suddenly people pay attention. It sounds more thoughtful and genuine. That one little word makes all the difference. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Someone thanks you very politely. "Thank you so much for all your help today. I really appreciate it." "You're most welcome. I'm happy I could assist you." "You've been wonderful." Example 2. A coworker thanks you for important help. "I really appreciate you staying late to help me finish this project." "You're most welcome. I know how important this deadline was." "I couldn't have done it without you." Example 3. Someone thanks you for a thoughtful gesture. "Thank you for remembering my birthday and bringing me flowers." "You're most welcome. I wanted to make your day special." "You really did. This means so much." Start replacing "you're welcome" with "you're most welcome." Watch how people react differently. They'll feel more valued and appreciated. Say it with a warm, sincere tone and a genuine smile. The key is to really mean it. If you say it like a robot, it won't have the same impact. And remember, this phrase works everywhere. Use it at work, at school, with friends, with family. It makes everyone feel good. Now you repeat, "You're most welcome." And now the last one, "It's no big deal." This phrase is perfect for making people feel better when they're worried or guilty. Let me explain. When you say "it's no big deal," you're telling someone, "This situation isn't serious or important. Don't stress about it." The phrase "big deal" means something important or significant. So no big deal means not important at all. Think about it like this. Someone apologizes because they accidentally spilled water on your notebook. They feel terrible. You could just say "it's okay," but if you say "it's no big deal," you're really emphasizing that they shouldn't feel bad. You're saying, "This is such a small thing. Please don't worry." So, when exactly should I use this phrase? You use "it's no big deal" specifically when someone apologizes and you want to reassure them. People use this phrase all the time. When someone bumps into them in a crowded hallway. When a friend apologizes for canceling plans. When someone breaks something small of theirs. When a classmate forgets to return their book on time. The key is using it when you genuinely don't think it's a big deal. You want to stop them from feeling guilty about something minor. Here's what makes "it's no big deal" so effective. It helps reduce someone's guilt or worry. When people apologize, they're often feeling bad about what happened. By saying, "it's no big deal," you're doing them a huge favor. You're telling them, "Stop worrying. I'm not upset. This is tiny." It's like giving them permission to stop feeling guilty. But here's something super important. You need to say this with the right tone. If you say, "it's no big deal" in a sarcastic or annoyed voice, it sounds like you're actually saying the opposite, that it is a big deal. So make sure you sound genuine, calm, and friendly. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Someone accidentally bumps into you. "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't watching where I was going." "It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Are you okay?" "Yes. Thank you for being so nice." Example 2. A friend apologizes for forgetting something small. "I'm really sorry I forgot to text you back yesterday." "It's no big deal. It happens to everyone. No worries." "Thanks for understanding." Example 3. Someone makes a small mistake. "I'm so sorry. I accidentally used your coffee mug this morning." "It's no big deal. I have like 5 of them. Use it whenever you want." "You're so chill. Thanks." Use "it's no big deal" when someone apologizes for something minor and you want them to stop feeling guilty. Always say it with a calm, friendly, reassuring tone. You can add extra reassurance by combining it with other phrases like, "It's no big deal, really," or "It's no big deal at all. Don't even think about it." This makes your reassurance even stronger. And remember, only use it for actually small things. If someone does something seriously wrong, you need a different response. Now you repeat, "It's no big deal." Okay, let's move to the next topic, agreeing with someone. This happens in everyday conversations, at work, with friends, or even strangers. When you agree, it shows you are listening and creates a good feeling. You don't need to say something smart or special. Just a simple, natural phrase is enough. Here are common phrases you can use when you agree. The first one is exactly. This word is so powerful and so simple. Let me explain why English speakers love it. When you say exactly, you're confirming that what someone just said is completely correct. You're basically saying, "Yes, that's right, you got it." It's a strong word of agreement that shows you're on the same page as the other person. Think about it like this. Your friend says something you totally agree with. Instead of just saying yes or "I agree," which sounds a bit boring, you say exactly. It sounds more natural, more confident, and more engaged in the conversation. So when should I use exactly instead of just yes? Great question. You use exactly when you want to confirm someone's point strongly. People use this word all the time. In class discussions when a classmate makes a good point. In debates when someone says something they totally agree with. With friends when they understand their situation perfectly. In meetings when someone identifies the exact problem. The beautiful thing about exactly is that it works in all situations. formal or informal, serious or casual. You can use it with your best friend, and you can use it with your teacher or boss. It's one of those perfect words that fits everywhere. Here's what makes exactly so useful. It's short but powerful. When you say exactly, you're doing more than agreeing. You're also showing you're actively listening and engaged in the conversation. It tells the other person you understood it perfectly, or you said it right. This makes them feel valued and respected. Also, you can use exactly by itself, or you can expand it. You can say exactly as a complete response, or you can say exactly, that's what I've been trying to say, or exactly, that's the main issue. See? It's flexible. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. In a class discussion about studying. I think we should start studying a week before the exam, not just the day before. Exactly. Last-minute cramming never works. But I always wait until the last minute. Exactly why your grades could be better. Example 2. Talking with friends about social media. Social media is so addictive. We waste so much time on it. Exactly. I spend hours every day scrolling. We should limit our screen time. Exactly what I've been thinking. Example 3. In a serious discussion about learning. The key to learning English is practice, not just memorizing grammar rules. Exactly. That's why conversation clubs are so helpful. Can you explain more? Exactly. When we practice speaking, we remember better than when we just study rules. Start using exactly in your daily conversations. It makes you sound more fluent and engaged. You can say it with a confident, affirmative tone. And remember, you can use it alone. Exactly. Or with more explanation. Exactly. That's the point I was making. The more you use it, the more natural it will become. Just don't overuse it in one conversation. Use it when someone really does say something exactly right. Now you repeat, exactly. Great. Next one, absolutely. Oh, this word is wonderful. And you know what? English teachers everywhere love it too. Let me tell you why. When you say absolutely, you're expressing strong, enthusiastic agreement. It's like saying, yes, 100% completely, all rolled into one word. The word comes from absolute, which means complete or total. So absolutely means you totally, completely agree with no doubts. Think about it like this. Someone suggests a great idea or says something you really agree with. If you just say yes, it sounds flat. But if you say absolutely with energy, it shows you're excited and fully on board. It's much more expressive and positive. So when should I use absolutely instead of other agreement words? Let me tell you, you use absolutely when you want to show strong, enthusiastic agreement. People use this word constantly. When someone suggests something fun, want to get ice cream? Absolutely. When someone asks if they agree with an important point, do you think practice is important? Absolutely. When they want to encourage someone, should I join the club? Absolutely. You'd be great. When they want to confirm something strongly, are you sure? Absolutely. The key is the energy. Absolutely should sound positive and enthusiastic. It's not a flat, boring word. It's a word full of confidence and positivity. Here's why absolutely is so special. Native English speakers use it all the time. In fact, if you listen to native speakers carefully, you'll hear absolutely multiple times a day. It's one of their favorite words for agreeing. Why? Because it's enthusiastic, clear, and positive. Also, here's something interesting. Absolutely works in both formal and informal situations. You can say it to your friends, and you can say it to your boss. It's professional enough for work, but warm enough for friends. That's rare for a single word. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Friend suggests forming a study group. We should form a study group for the exam. Absolutely. That's a great idea. When should we start? Absolutely this week. The exam is in 2 weeks. Example 2. Discussing the importance of learning English. Do you think learning English is important? Absolutely. It opens so many doors for career and travel. Even if you don't plan to live abroad? Absolutely. It helps with so much: jobs, education, entertainment. Example 3. Encouraging a friend. I'm thinking about joining the debate club. Do you think I should? Absolutely. You'd be amazing at it. Really? I'm nervous about speaking in public. Absolutely go for it. You're already a great communicator. Use absolutely when you want to sound enthusiastic and positive. Say it with a smile and energy in your voice. It's perfect for showing you're genuinely excited about something or that you strongly agree. And here's a bonus. In American English, people often say absolutely, even when they don't agree 100%. They use it to show support and positivity. So don't worry about being perfectly accurate. It's more about showing enthusiasm and agreement. Now you repeat, absolutely. Next up, that's so true. This phrase is perfect for showing you relate to what someone said. Let me explain what makes it special. When you say, "That's so true," you're saying, "What you just said is really accurate. I've experienced the same thing." The word true means it matches reality and so makes it stronger. So you're basically saying that's very accurate based on my experience. Think about it like this. Your friend says something about life or school that you've also experienced. Instead of just nodding, you say, "That's so true." You're showing that you don't just agree intellectually. You've lived through the same thing. It's agreement plus empathy. So when exactly should I use this phrase? You use "that's so true" when someone says something that matches your own experience, or when you recognize something as really accurate. People use this phrase when friends talk about struggles they've also faced. When someone makes an observation about life that they've noticed too. When a teacher says something wise that they've experienced. When someone points out something obvious that everyone knows but doesn't always say. This phrase is more casual and emotional than just, "I agree." It shows you're connecting with the other person on a personal level, not just agreeing with facts. Here's something fun. When native speakers say, "That's so true," they often use body language too. People sometimes raise one finger when they say this, like they're making a point, or they nod their head enthusiastically, or they have this expression like, "Oh my gosh, yes," on their face. It's not just the words, it's the whole energy that shows, "You just said something I totally relate to." Also, "That's so true" is perfect for conversations with friends because it's warm and personal. It's not as formal as "I couldn't agree more," but stronger than just "yeah." It hits that sweet spot of being enthusiastic without being too serious. Let's see some real examples. Example 1, talking about school life. "We always leave homework until the last minute." That's so true. I always put things off even though I know I shouldn't. Why do we do that? That's so true. It's such a bad habit we need to break. Example 2, discussing learning. "We learn better when we're interested in the topic." That's so true. When I enjoy a subject, I remember everything easily. But boring classes make us forget. That's so true. I forget everything the second class ends. Example 3, talking about friendship. "True friends are rare. Most people think about themselves first." That's so true. I've learned that the hard way. How many real friends do you think you have? That's so true. I can count them on one hand. Use "that's so true" when you genuinely relate to what someone said. Say it with feeling and warmth. You can even add personal examples after it. "That's so true. I feel the same way." Or, "That's so true. That happened to me too." This makes conversations more personal and meaningful. And remember, you can also say "so true" as a shorter version. Same meaning, just quicker. Now you repeat, "That's so true." Here's the next one. "That is so right," or "You're so right." This phrase is very similar to "That's so true," but with a slightly different flavor. Let me explain the difference. When you say, "That is so right," or "You're so right," you're not just saying something is true. You're saying the person made an excellent point or gave correct advice. It's like saying, "Your opinion is spot on," or "Your way of thinking is exactly correct." Notice the difference. "That's so true" focuses on the truth of what was said. "You're so right" focuses on the person being correct. It's a subtle difference, but "you're so right" often sounds like you're also complimenting the person for being smart or insightful. So when should I use this instead of "that's so true"? Good question. You use "you're so right" when you want to acknowledge that someone made a good point or gave good advice. People use this phrase when someone gives them advice that's actually helpful, when a classmate points out something important in a discussion, when a teacher explains why something is important, when a friend says something wise or insightful. The difference is subtle, but "that's so true" is more about shared experience, while "you're so right" is more about acknowledging someone's good judgment or correct thinking. Here's what makes "you're so right" powerful. It makes the other person feel valued. When you say "you're so right," you're not just agreeing. You're also complimenting them. You're saying, "You're smart. You figured it out. Your thinking is correct." This makes people feel good about themselves. Compare these. That's so true means I relate to that. You're so right means you made an excellent point. See the difference? Both show agreement, but you're so right adds a layer of respect and acknowledgement of the person's intelligence or insight. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Class discussion about learning. Understanding is more important than just memorizing facts. You're so right. That's why we forget everything after exams if we just memorize. Exactly. We should focus on understanding concepts. You're so right. That would actually improve our grades long term. Example 2. Friend giving advice. You should join the English club to practice speaking. You're so right. I need more conversation practice, not just grammar. It'll boost your confidence too. You're so right. Thanks for the suggestion. Example 3. Teacher making an important point. Success requires consistency, not just talent. That is so right. I've seen people with less talent succeed through hard work. Good observation. Can you give an example? That is so right. My brother practiced piano every day, and now he's better than naturally talented people who don't practice. Use "you're so right" when you want to make someone feel good about their idea or advice. It's warmer and more personal than just "I agree." Say it with a tone that shows you respect their thinking, and you can combine it with more praise. You're so right. I never thought about it that way. Or, you're so right. That's such a good point. This helps build people's confidence and strengthens relationships. Now you repeat, you're so right. Let's go to the next one. I agree 100%, or I 100% agree. This phrase is all about showing total agreement. Let me explain both versions. When you say, I agree 100%, you're using math to show how much you agree. The 100% means completely, totally, with no doubts whatsoever. It's like saying, I agree with every single part of what you said. There's nothing I disagree with. Now, here's something interesting. There are two ways to say this. I agree 100% and I 100% agree. They mean the same thing, but there's a small difference in style. So which version should I use and when? Great question. Let me break it down for you. I agree 100% is the standard correct way to say it. It's what you'd use in formal writing like essays or professional emails. The percentage comes after the verb agree. I 100% agree is actually considered slang. The percentage comes before the verb, which isn't standard English grammar. But native speakers use it all the time in casual conversations. It sounds natural in speaking. People use I agree 100% when writing formally or when they want to sound professional. They use I 100% agree when chatting with friends or in casual conversations. Here's the trick. Both versions mean exactly the same thing, but they sound different. I agree 100%. Sounds a bit more formal and careful. I 100% agree. Sounds more casual and natural, like you're speaking quickly and naturally. Think about it like this. In casual speech, native speakers sometimes break grammar rules to sound more natural. That's why I 100% agree is so common even though it's technically slang. Also, when you say this phrase, you're basically ending the discussion. You're saying, there's nothing to debate here. I'm on your side completely. It's a strong way to show solidarity with someone. Let's see some real examples. Example 1, group discussion about homework. Homework should be meaningful, not just busy work. I agree 100%. Pointless homework just frustrates us and doesn't teach anything. Teachers should focus on quality over quantity. I agree 100%. We'd learn so much more that way. Example 2, casual chat about exercise, using slang version. We should exercise more regularly. It makes such a difference. I 100% agree. I've been feeling so much better since I started working out. How often do you exercise? I 100% agree that 3 times a week is perfect for me. Example 3, serious discussion about success. Success comes from hard work, not just luck. I agree 100%. Luck is just preparation meeting opportunity. Good insight. How can we prepare ourselves? I agree 100%. The consistent effort is the only way to guarantee success. Remember the difference. Use I agree 100% in formal writing and professional situations. Use I 100% agree in casual conversations with friends. Both are powerful ways to show total agreement. And when you say this, say it with confidence. This phrase shows you have no doubts about your agreement. It's one of the strongest ways to support someone's idea. Now you repeat, I agree 100%. Next one. I couldn't agree more. Or, couldn't agree with you more. This phrase sounds fancy, but it's actually quite simple once you understand it. Let me break it down. When you say, I couldn't agree more, you literally mean, it's impossible for me to agree more than I already do. Think about it. You're saying you've reached the maximum level of agreement. You can't agree any more strongly because you're already at 100%. It's a clever way of saying, I totally agree. The phrase uses negative words, couldn't and more, to express a positive meaning. Complete agreement. It's like a double negative that becomes a strong positive. Cool, right? This sounds very formal. When should I use it? You're right. It is more polite and formal. You use I couldn't agree more in professional situations or when you want to sound polished. People use this phrase in class presentations, when talking to teachers or professors, in job interviews, in formal discussions, and when they want to sound educated and professional. Here's something interesting. This phrase is very British. British people love saying this, but Americans use it too. It's just that British people tend to use it more often. Also, in quick conversations, people often drop the I and just say, couldn't agree with you more. It means the same thing, just faster. Here's what makes this phrase special. It sounds elegant and polished. When you use I couldn't agree more, you sound educated and well-spoken. It's like wearing a nice suit versus wearing casual clothes. Both are fine, but one is more formal. Compare these. Yeah is very casual. I agree is normal. I totally agree is enthusiastic. I couldn't agree more is formal and polished. See the progression. I couldn't agree more is at the top of the formality list. It's perfect when you want to make a good impression. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Formal class discussion. Education is the foundation of a successful society. I couldn't agree more. Without quality education, progress is impossible. Can you elaborate? I couldn't agree more that investing in education should be every nation's priority. Example 2. Responding to a mentor. Regular practice is more important than natural talent. Couldn't agree with you more. I've seen consistent practice beat talent every time. Good insight. Give me an example. Couldn't agree with you more that my best projects came from daily practice, not inspiration. Example 3. Job interview situation. Do you think being flexible is important in the workplace? I couldn't agree more. In today's fast-changing world, being flexible is essential. Good. Can you give an example from your experience? I couldn't agree more that my most valuable skill has been learning to adapt quickly. Use I couldn't agree more when you want to sound polished and professional. It's perfect for formal situations. Say it with a calm, confident tone. And here's a pro tip. You can combine it with you to make it more personal. I couldn't agree with you more. This shows you're not just agreeing with the idea. You're also showing respect for the person who said it. Now you repeat, I couldn't agree more. Here's the last one. Tell me about it. Wait, what? This phrase is so confusing when you first hear it. Let me explain the secret. The literal meaning of tell me about it is, please give me more information. Like if someone mentions something interesting, you might say, tell me about it, to ask them to explain more. But here's the slang meaning. When used as a response to someone's complaint or frustration, tell me about it actually means, I totally know what you mean. I'm experiencing the same thing. You're not actually asking them to tell you about it. You're expressing that you understand and agree because you're in the same situation. Confusing, right? The words say one thing, but the meaning is the opposite. So how do I know which meaning someone is using? Great question. You can tell from the context and tone. If someone says, I just discovered this amazing restaurant, and you say, tell me about it, you're asking for details. But if someone says, ugh, I have so much homework, and you respond, tell me about it, you're saying, I know, I have tons of homework too. People use the slang version of, tell me about it, when friends complain about things they're also dealing with. When someone talks about being tired, stressed, busy, or frustrated about something they're also experiencing. This phrase is very informal and casual. Use it with close friends, not with teachers or bosses. Here's the most important thing to understand. Tell me about it often has a slightly frustrated or tired tone. You're not just agreeing. You're also showing you share their frustration. It's like saying, don't even get me started. I'm dealing with the same annoying thing. Also, when you say this phrase, you're creating a bonding moment. You're telling the other person, we're in this together. I feel your pain. It's a way of showing sympathy and solidarity. The tone matters so much. If you say, "Tell me about it," with enthusiasm, it sounds like you want to hear more. If you say it with a tired, frustrated sigh, it means, "I totally understand because I'm suffering too." Let's see some real examples. Example 1, complaining about homework. "I have so much homework tonight, I don't know when I'll finish." "Tell me about it. I have 5 assignments due tomorrow." "When did teachers decide to pile everything on at once?" "Tell me about it. It's crazy." Example 2, talking about being tired. "I'm exhausted. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night." "Tell me about it. I'm practically a zombie today." "How are you even functioning?" "Tell me about it. I'm surviving on coffee." Example 3, stressing about exams. "I'm so stressed about finals. I don't think I'm prepared enough." "Tell me about it. I've been panicking all week." "Did you start studying yet?" "Tell me about it. I'm behind on everything." Use "tell me about it" with friends when you're experiencing the same frustration. Say it with a knowing, sympathetic tone. Maybe even roll your eyes or sigh a little. This shows, "I get it. I'm going through it too." Just remember, this is very casual. Don't use it in professional settings or with people you don't know well. And make sure your tone shows you're sharing their frustration, not actually asking for more information. Now you repeat, "Tell me about it." Okay, let's move to the final topic, saying goodbye. You may be leaving work, ending a phone call, or saying bye to a friend. It can be quick or longer. It can be casual or polite. A friendly goodbye phrase makes people feel warm and happy. Here are common phrases you can use to say goodbye. Here's the first one, bye-bye or bye. Now, here's something that might surprise you. When you learned English in school, they probably taught you to say goodbye, right? Well, guess what? Native speakers almost never use goodbye in everyday life. Let me explain why. Goodbye sounds very formal, very official, and sometimes even dramatic. It's like you're saying farewell forever. Native speakers feel strange saying goodbye because it sounds too serious for normal situations. Instead, they say bye or bye-bye. These are short, sweet, natural, and perfect for everyday use. Bye is just the casual version of goodbye, and it's what people actually say when they're leaving. So I should stop saying goodbye completely? Not completely. But yes, most of the time you should say bye instead. People use bye or bye-bye constantly. When leaving class, when ending a phone call with friends, when leaving a restaurant, when saying goodnight to family, when chatting online and needing to go. Pretty much every time they say goodbye. The difference is this. Bye is cheerful, casual, and friendly. Bye-bye sounds even more playful and sweet. Both are much more natural than goodbye, which sounds stiff and formal. Here's the truth that textbooks don't tell you. Native speakers think goodbye sounds strange in normal conversation. Imagine you're leaving your friend's house after hanging out. If you say goodbye in a serious tone, your friend might think something is wrong. They might wonder, Are they mad at me? Is this the last time we'll see each other? Because goodbye can sound final and heavy. But if you say, bye, see you tomorrow, everything feels light and normal. You're showing that this is just a regular parting, nothing serious or emotional. Also, bye-bye is especially popular with cute, friendly energy. Kids say it all the time, and adults use it when they want to sound warm and playful. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Leaving class for the day. All right, everyone. That's it for today. See you next week. Bye. Thanks for the lesson. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend. Example 2. Ending a phone call with a friend. Okay, I should let you go. My mom's calling me for dinner. No problem. Bye. Talk to you later. Bye, Mawe. Example 3. Leaving a coffee shop. Thanks for the coffee. Bye. Bye. Have a great day. Start saying bye instead of goodbye in your daily life. You'll instantly sound more natural and fluent. Bye can be used in almost any situation, with friends, family, teachers, strangers, everyone. Say it with a smile and a wave. And if you want to sound extra sweet and warm, say bye-bye instead. Just remember, save goodbye for very formal situations or when you really won't see someone for a very long time. For everything else, bye is your friend. Now you repeat bye. Let's go to the next one. Take care, or you take care now. This phrase is so warm and caring. Let me explain what makes it special. When you say take care to someone, you're not just saying bye. You're also showing you care about them. You're telling them, please take care of yourself. Stay safe. Stay healthy. It's like adding a little hug to your goodbye. The full phrase is, you take care of yourself now. But people shorten it to just take care, or you take care now. Both mean the same thing. You're wishing them well. So when should I use take care instead of just bye? Great question. You use take care when you want to show extra care and warmth. People use take care in several situations. When someone is going through a difficult time, when someone looks tired or sick, when saying goodbye to family members, when they won't see someone for a while, when they want to show they genuinely care about the person. Here's something interesting about American versus British English. In America, people often say the full version, you take care now. The word now doesn't really add meaning. It's just a warm, friendly way of speaking. But in Britain, people usually just say take care without the extra words. Both are correct, just different styles. Here's what makes take care powerful. It shows you actually care about the person's well-being. Bye is neutral. It's just a farewell. But take care adds emotion. It says, I hope you stay healthy and safe. I'm thinking about you. This makes people feel valued and cared for. Also, you can use take care with almost anyone. Friends, family, colleagues, even people you don't know super well. It's friendly without being too close. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Your friend looks exhausted from studying. You look so tired. Make sure you get some rest tonight. I will, thanks. Okay, take care. Don't push yourself too hard. You too. Thanks for caring. Example 2. Saying goodbye to family on the phone. All right, honey, I should let you go. Okay, Mom. Take care. Love you. You take care too. Study hard, but not too hard. Example 3. A friend is going through a tough time. Thanks for listening to me today. I really needed that. Of course, that's what friends are for. Take care of yourself, okay? I will. Thank you so much. Use take care when you want your goodbye to feel warm and caring. Say it with sincerity in your voice. It works in so many situations, formal or informal, with friends or people you know. And if you want to sound more American, try "You take care now" with a friendly smile. This phrase is perfect when someone is going through something difficult or when you genuinely want them to know you care about their well-being. Now you repeat, take care. Great. Next one, speak to you soon, or just speak soon. This phrase is perfect for when you're saying goodbye, but you know you'll talk to the person again soon. Let me explain. When you say speak to you soon, you're making a gentle promise. You're saying, this isn't really goodbye. We'll be talking again very soon. It keeps the connection alive and makes the parting feel less final. The word speak, not talk, makes it sound slightly more polite and proper. It's perfect for phone calls, video chats, or when saying bye to someone you'll definitely contact again. So when exactly should I use this phrase? You use speak to you soon when you're confident you'll be in touch with the person again in the near future. People use this phrase all the time, at the end of phone calls with friends, when saying goodbye to someone they have regular contact with, when ending video calls with family members, when they know they have plans to meet or talk again soon. The key word here is soon. You're not just saying, we'll talk someday. You're saying, we'll talk again soon. It creates positive expectation and keeps the relationship active. Here's what makes speak to you soon so effective. It stops people from feeling like you're cutting them off. Sometimes when you say bye and hang up quickly, the other person might feel like you're rushing to get away from them. But when you say speak to you soon, you're reassuring them. I'm not ending our connection. I'm just ending this particular conversation. We'll talk again soon. This is perfect for maintaining relationships. It makes people feel valued and remembered. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Ending a phone call with a friend. Okay, I should let you go. I know you're busy. Yeah, I have to finish this assignment, but speak to you soon, okay? Definitely. Let's talk this weekend. Example 2. Saying goodbye to a mentor after getting advice. Thank you so much for your advice. This really helped. Happy to help. Speak to you soon. Let me know how it goes. I will. Thanks again. Example 3. Ending a video call with family. All right, Mom, I have to go to class now. Okay, sweetie. Study hard. Speak to you soon. Will do. Love you. Speak soon. Use speak to you soon when you want to make your goodbye feel temporary, not final. It's perfect for people you have regular contact with. Say it warmly and sincerely. You can also add specifics like, speak to you tomorrow, or speak to you this weekend to make it even more clear. This phrase is great because it leaves both people feeling positive about staying in touch. Now you repeat, speak to you soon. Next up, have a good one. This phrase is so common with native speakers, but it's also so confusing at first. Let me explain the mystery. When you say, have a good one, you're wishing someone a good something. But what's the one? Well, here's the funny part. Nobody really knows exactly. And that's what makes it perfect. The one could mean a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good weekend, a good time, or just a good anything. It's beautifully vague. This means you can say, have a good one, at any time of day without worrying if it's morning, afternoon, or evening. Genius, right? So I can say this anytime? Exactly. That's the beauty of it. People use have a good one constantly. When leaving a store after shopping, when saying bye to a classmate, when ending a casual conversation with someone, when they can't remember if it's morning or afternoon. Pretty much any casual goodbye situation. It's super useful because it never sounds wrong. Have a good day only works during daytime. Have a good evening only works at night. But have a good one works 24/7, anytime, any situation. Here's why native speakers love this phrase. It's safe, friendly, and you can't mess it up. Have you ever said, have a good day to someone at 6 p.m. and felt awkward because the day is almost over? Or said, have a good morning at noon with, have a good one. You never have to worry about getting the time wrong. Also, this phrase makes you sound like a native speaker. It's one of those things that English learners don't usually know, but native speakers say all the time. When you start using it, people might think, wow, their English is really natural. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Leaving a store after buying something. Thank you. No problem. Have a good one. You too. Bye. Example 2. Saying goodbye to a classmate. All right, I'm heading home. See you tomorrow. Okay, have a good one. Thanks. You too. Example 3. Ending a casual chat with a neighbor. Well, I should get going. Nice chatting with you. Yeah, have a good one. You too. Take care. Start using have a good one in your daily life. It's the perfect all-purpose farewell. You can use it with friends, strangers, cashiers, classmates, anyone. Say it with a friendly smile and warm tone. And here's a bonus. You can make it more specific if you want. Like, have a good weekend, or have a good rest of your day. But when in doubt, have a good one. Never fails. It's one of those magic phrases that just makes you sound fluent and natural. Now you repeat, have a good one. And now the last one, Send my love to your family. This phrase is so warm and beautiful. Let me explain what makes it special. When you say, send my love to your family, you're asking the person to pass along your greetings, good wishes, and affection to their family members. The word love here doesn't mean romantic love. It means care, warmth, and good wishes. It's like saying, please tell your family I said hello and I'm thinking of them. But it sounds much warmer and more caring. This phrase shows you don't just care about the person, you also care about the people they care about. So, when should I use this phrase? You use send my love to your family when you know the person's family or when you want to show extra warmth. People use this phrase when saying goodbye to close friends whose families they know. When someone mentions their mom or dad in conversation and they want to send greetings. When ending a call with someone whose family they've met. When they want to make their goodbye feel extra warm and caring. But here's something important to know. You should only use this if you actually know the family or if it makes sense. Don't say it to someone you just met. That would be strange. Here's something that confused many people at first. When you say, send my love to your family, you don't actually expect the person to go home and literally say, Tom sends his love to everyone. It's more of a cultural gesture. It's a polite, warm way to end a conversation. It shows you care about the person's whole life, not just them as an individual. It makes people feel good, even if they don't actually pass along the exact message. Most of the time, the person will just smile and say, I will, thanks. And maybe they'll mention to their family, I saw Tom today, he says hi, or they might not mention it at all. The important thing is the warm feeling created in that goodbye moment. Let's see some real examples. Example 1. Saying goodbye to a close friend. All right, I should get going. This was so fun. Yeah, we should do this again soon. Definitely. Send my love to your parents. Tell them I said hi. I will. They always ask about you. Example 2. Ending a call with someone whose family you know. Okay, take care. I'll call you next week. Sounds good. Send my love to your sister. How is she doing? She's great. I'll tell her you said hi. Example 3. After meeting up with an old friend. It was so good to see you after all this time. I know. We should stay in touch more. Send my love to your whole family. Oh, that's sweet. I will. You take care too. Use send my love to your family when you know the person's family or when you want to make your goodbye extra warm and caring. Say it with genuine warmth in your voice. You can also be specific. Send my love to your mom. Or say hi to your brother for me. Or give my regards to your parents. These all work similarly. This phrase is perfect for close friends and family connections. It shows you care about them as a whole person with a whole life, not just in the moment you're together. It's a beautiful way to end a conversation on a loving, caring note. Now you repeat, send my love to your family.